I've added a very festive photo of
I like
stupid fireworks.
it. Did you see any fireworks 4th of July?
Yeah, like a little bit from the people shoot because you can have like you don't have to have like a license or anything, so people are like just shooting them off everywhere, like even in the streets.
That's not fun.
No, it's like it's pretty annoying. They do it like days before and then days after 4th of July. So like, I don't know. Someone was like doing it in our parking lot of the apartment.
No.
Like I was like sitting on our bed, like the bed in the bedroom,
Okay.
with like the shades like drawn and then like up,
Mm-hmm.
and I just like sat on my bed and just like had my arms crossed and was like grumpy and just like watched like a Roman candle freaking going off. I don't know. The older I get, like the more crotchety I have become about fireworks. Like I don't care anymore. They're
Oh, yeah.
stupid.
I mean, they're kind of pretty. I like every once in a while. I don't like them when they're like shot off by random people. I like them when it's like an organized event. That's fun.
I like like I've seen like the Disney ones, like Disney World
Mm-hmm.
fireworks, and those I never have like after seeing those once, I
Mm-hmm.
never have to see fireworks again. I'm good.
Yeah. Ray just bit me. Ow. She told me no more pet.
She said no more fireworks.
No more fireworks.
Fireworks are dumb.
I mean, like I kind of like some of them, but not when they're like days before and after.
And just like yeah, like you said, just like lighting them up in the streets.
Yeah, that's not. There was, I think it was in the Twin Cities. There was a guy for 2 years now. He made like a bazooka out of firecrackers, and like he hasn't been arrested because technically he didn't hurt anybody or like do like real damage, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But like it has the very real potential of severely hurting somebody.
I mean a bazooka, yes.
Yeah. Or is it a launcher? I don't know. Just something like a tube that he stuffed a bunch of fireworks in to shoot at people. That's
Oh, to
basically.
shoot at people? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's very patriotic.
Mm-hmm.
Very patriotic.
Now.
So, yep. So,
Have you?
anyways, we're talking about something even more patriotic for this episode.
Yes.
Even more gluttonous American whatever.
Hey, Wanderers! Welcome back to another Foolish Wanderers podcast, the podcast about anything and everything. And today we're having a belated 4th of July, or America's birthday celebration, and we're talking about.
Oh, is that my cue?
Yeah.
Okay. We're talking about Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
The most American thing you can think of.
Yep, even more than fireworks. Yep.
Explosives.
It's what?
Explosives.
Yeah, explosive.
What a way to celebrate.
Yeah, I was telling Mr. Kendra, I was like, you know what? It's like fireworks is like the most like American thing to celebrate the 4th of July, like simulating war, like explosives and like bombs going off, like simulating and like celebrating that. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty like
Yeah, we make it pretty, but yeah. Yeah. Light fires. Have you seen those pictures? There's like ER nurses that have been posting pictures of people like their x-rays of when they've held fireworks that they've gone off
in their hands and they go off and they blow up all your digits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was one that was like the bones were separated, so like the hand was cut in half. It is like
you know what I say? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yes.
The prize of not having any fingers.
Honestly, yes.
Yep. So yeah, no. That's life in the big city.
Ooh, it's exciting. And dangerous.
Anyways, so the 4th of July observes America's birthday, and some celebrate by throwing barbecues, some with fireworks, as we talked about, drinking, going to parades, honoring veterans, and some go to Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Ooh.
It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it is. Surprisingly, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it takes place each Independence Day in Coney Island in the New York City borough of Brooklyn. at the site of the first ever Nathan's Famous hot dog stand. So approximately 35,000 fans are estimated to convene on the corner of Surf and Stillwell Avenues in Coney Island to watch the Nathan's Famous 4th of July International Hot Dog Eating Contest in person. So millions more apparently watched the ESPN telecast of the contest, which I had no idea they even had it on TV.
No, there's so many things on ESPN now that, like, don't make sense, but it's funny.
Do they? I see bowling, but like bowling is kind of fun to like watch. Like I
Yeah.
would watch bowling over golf. The fans are fun for bowling.
Are they really?
Yeah, they get like
Get
really
into it?
into it. They've got like signs and they dress up and they have like the foam fingers and like those things that you flap together to make noise. Like
Oh,
they
heck
get
yeah.
really into it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
And
golf.
like all the professional bowlers have like are like super. I don't know. They're like they're characters.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, maybe I would watch that.
Yep. So
I
like
don't
it's like golf. I don't know. Golf is boring.
It kind of is. Yeah, I
It's
think if you play it,
not for
it's fun,
me.
but, like, to watch
I
is
don't even
different.
think if you. I've tried to play it before. So I got like a free round or whatever.
Okay.
But like I got bored after the third hole.
Did you really?
And I only did the 9-hole one. I didn't do the full 18. I just did the 9 holes.
Okay.
So I got bored after the third one. After a while, I was just like in the golf cart, just like going as fast as I possibly could,
That's the
and like
fun part.
jumping off of it and like doing stupid things. And yeah, so I'm not a golfer.
That's okay. The
Hmm.
fun part is the golf cart anyways. Did you
Okay.
see apparently there's an like a robotic golf cart or like a what's it called? A caddy. So like you can literally wave at this little robot that carries your bag for you and it follows you around.
Huh.
It's kind of cool.
Does it look like the Boston Dynamics robot, or like is it?
It looks like basically like just a specialized cart, like a like a scooter you use in the grocery store
Okay.
for, for your golf
For your
club.
golf clubs? Okay.
Yeah, for the measly price of a couple thousand. Which I
Oh, yeah,
think
yeah.
I wanna see if I can find it.
Can you imagine being, like, an actual caddy person, and then all of a sudden this guy rolls up and they're "Do you need a caddy today, sir?" He's like, "No, I brought my own." And this freaking scooter just
Little golf.
flies past him. And the guy is like he's like, "Oh, man." He's like, "All the tips are gone. No tips today."
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy.
Here you go. Just like weird little robots that carry
Yeah,
your
it just looks like a scooter.
yeah.
It looks like a little Hot Wheels, like, thing. I don't know. That's kinda cool.
Yeah, it's kinda cool. Anyways, hot dogs.
Thomas, that's right, yes. So so they telecast it on ESPN so everyone can watch. And this is where the world champion eaters down as many Nathan's hot dogs as they possibly can in 10 minutes.
That's a long time. Like,
Is it? I thought it was short.
I feel like if you're scarfing down hot dogs, like, that seems like a long time to keep eating.
I don't even wanna eat one.
No.
So the competition is on ESPN, like we said, and they have corporate sponsors like Coca-Cola, Netflix, and Heinz.
Why Netflix?
I don't know, I was thinking the same thing.
Like, the other ones make sense.
The other totally,
But
Heinz ketchup,
oh,
duh,
yeah.
Coca-Cola, duh, it's more like American than a hot dog, Coca-Cola, and a piece of apple pie or something, right?
Ooh, apple pie.
So, but Netflix?
Maybe they're making a documentary this year.
Maybe? Or I don't know, maybe they're just thinking, they're like, "Where can we advertise to that, like, doesn't make sense, but, like, like, other like, we don't have competitors."
Fair, yeah.
I don't
Once
know.
their writers come back from their strike, eventually, hopefully.
Ooh. Yeah, we don't know, we don't know.
They need fair wages, so keep the
They
strike going.
definitely need fair wages. I've seen so many of these actors that I've seen, like, on shows,
Mhm,
not as series regulars, but, like, whatever, in the background characters, recurring characters,
mhm.
and I am shocked at how little money they make.
I know, like, a
I
lot of
did
them,
not
like,
know.
they live, like, paycheck to paycheck, and it's
I
crazy.
had no idea, and then just think of I'm so much of a momo, I didn't even think that they had to give, like, money to their agents and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot, I was like, "Oh, yeah, duh, they have agents,
They
duh."
take, like, a large percentage.
Yeah, ugh.
Yeah,
Not as glamorous as you think it should be.
no, like, once you get up there, yeah, you make a lot of money, but, like,
Mhm.
most actors and, like,
Don't.
writers, they
Yeah.
don't.
I saw something, don't know if it's true,
Uh-oh.
but that the Disney CEO, that Bob Iger, he makes
Yes.
400 times more than, like, the lowest Disney employee does.
Yep, and he doesn't wanna pay, fair
Yeah,
wages to the writers that literally make him his money.
I saw that. I saw or actors or give them,
Yeah,
like, their
actors, like
fair,
anybody.
residuals on streaming, which they don't at all.
Or like, I don't know who it was. It's one of the CEOs or like higher ups of one of these companies. They were like, "We're gonna keep holding out until October when they start to lose their houses." And I'm like, "That's so messed up." And first of all, they're not gonna let each other like go back to work for unfair wages. Like that's not gonna happen. And like one of the things that I did see that was really cool on TikTok, there's a guy that I follow that does like props and stuff.
Mhm.
And so one of the things that they did like during the day of the strike, like all these film prop trailers, like they just had like an open house for all their trailers for like people in the industry, and they voted on who has the coolest trailer. Where went and like looked at all the props that they had stored in their trailer, and they had like a cookout, and like
Okay.
it was cool. Like just having like 20 trailers full of props from different movies over the years, just like chilling in one parking lot. That'd be so cool.
That
But
I'd probably take things and
of course you would.
sell it online.
Of course you would.
Mhm. Don't invite me to your prop trailer and not
No.
expect me to grab things.
Take cool things. Do you still have that little tree from Christmas in college?
No, of course not.
Oh, you threw him.
It's somewhere. I don't know. I not here. Probably in a landfill.
Oh, probably.
Probably.
Okay, hot dogs.
Hot dogs. Okay. Yes. So yeah, they have weird. Yeah, I don't know why Netflix is the sponsor. It'd make more sense to have like Tums or like Pepto Bismol or something.
Oh, just play the Tums theme song.
We don't want to get sued.
What?
I don't want to get sued.
No, I mean like as their background music as they're eating.
Oh. Okay, so then they also have a separate category for women contestants, and that was added in 2011.
Okay,
So it's pretty new.
fair.
So winners of Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest have eaten a total of 1,509 Nathan's famous beef franks since the first recorded contest in 1972. So that's about 330 pounds.
How many hot
See,
dogs is that per year?
I don't know.
I'll
I don't
figure it
want to
out. What
know.
were you gonna say?
I don't know if that number is true or not. I think that doesn't seem correct. I think that number is the amount that their champion has eaten. I think.
Whoa, one person ate that many over
Yeah,
the years?
we will get into him. He is the Michael Jordan of this realm. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so I like divided the if I did this correctly, I divided the amount of hot dogs by the year, like 51 years between 2023 and 72.
Mhm.
And it's about 29 and a half.
Yeah.
29 and a
See,
half
that's
hot dogs a year.
yeah.
That's
Is
not
unless
enough.
unless that's like each contestant roughly eats that, like then
Could be, yeah.
like each contestant eats that. So we're gonna get into some other stuff. So, but there's a little more to competition than showing up and just chowing down. The Nathan's famous 4th of July International Hot Dog Eating Contest has some strict rules that must be followed to complete one dedicated regurgitator's quest for the mustard yellow or pink belt.
Why isn't it just mustard all the way through? Mustard
It's
or ketchup?
called it's called oh why would they have like a ketchup belt? I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's mean, I don't know. Relish belt? Should be green instead of
Okay.
pink? Yeah, the
Nice.
mustard belt is cool.
Mhm.
Okay, so here's some rules. So rule number 1, all competitors must be under contract with the International Federation of Competitive Eating or the IFOCE.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It is, and they have a website, and you can go learn all about them.
Okay.
Okay, number 2, competitors have 10 minutes to consume as many hot dogs as possible. That means buns and all.
Is there toppings on these hot dogs, or is it just
We
plain
will
dog?
get in That's a great question, and we
Okay.
will get into that.
Okay.
Rule number 3, competitors can add to their hot dog but not take anything away. So
Okay.
this means condiments are legal, though rarely used. Beverages, on the other hand, are allowed not only to wash down the hot dogs but also to dunk the buns in to create a softer, more malleable texture for regurgitators to power through.
I've seen that. I've seen videos of that happening.
I can't watch it. It makes me like it's already like I don't know. I'm already getting like spit in my mouth. I don't like it. I don't like
I
it.
think I've seen, like, water and Coca-Cola. People have dunked their buns in.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yep.
Soggy bread,
So I
delicious.
don't like that at all. So most of the time they use water, but some competitors will use fruit punch.
Mm,
Carbonated beverages appear to be few and far between.
'cause it fills you up with gas.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Imagine burping when you have 30 hot dogs in your stomach.
I cannot this is just this whole, like, thing is very this whole realm is interesting to me, but it's not my cup of tea. It disgusts me. Okay, so rule number 4, messy eating can draw a yellow card warning. So officials dot the dais are roughly 20 gurgitators chow down, and they watch closely to ensure each dog is eaten in full. Eat too sloppily, and it could draw a warning card. Like in soccer, 2 yellow cards warnings would result in ejection. So you have
I
to
s
leave.
Yeah, I suppose, like, you don't wanna just, like, miss a whole chunk of a hot dog and then have it fall on the floor, then
Or
that
like
doesn't count.
just throwing like bread or like,
Yeah,
throwing like ripping things off to make it like more messy so then you're not eating it, but it looks like you are, right?
yeah, something like that. I
Mhm.
wonder when this, like, became an issue, 'cause, like, it's a rule, so it must have been an issue at some point.
Probably right away. That's what I would do that, yeah.
Yeah.
So rule number 5, a reversal of fortune means immediate disqualification. So that's a fancy way of saying throwing up.
Good to know.
Mhm. Okay, rules number 6. Any hot dog in a competitor's mouth at the end of 10 minutes counts toward their total, assuming they finish it. So you could eat like 28 in an eighth hot dog, 28 and a half hot dogs, stuff like that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Mhm. And then rule number 7, a tie for first place is settled with a 5-dog eat off.
Imagine eating 30 hot dogs and having to eat 5 more to win.
Yeah, and it's as fat and it's whoever does it like, whoever
Fast.
does it fastest.
No,
So
thank you.
mad, yeah. So
Gotta stretch. No, thank
gotta
you.
stretch it. Okay, so this is I can't find a like legitimate source to like how this started or when it started or why it started.
Okay.
So this is Hot Dog Gate. It has very it's like a very foggy history of the beginning
Okay.
of this contest. So one of the versions is that the story goes that on the 4th of July in 1916, the year Nathan's famous hot dog was founded, 4 European immigrants were arguing about who amongst them is more American. They decided to settle it with a hot dog eating contest. Irish immigrant Jim Mullen won after eating 13 hot dogs, according to the archives of the International Federation of Competitive Eating. Thus, the contest was born. But according to Nathan's famous website, the first recorded contest occurred more than 50 years later in 1972. And then also in 2010, promoter Mortimer Matz admitted to making up the story about the first hot dog eating contest in the 1970s to create publicity. But then Nathan's, like the company, says that Matz never worked for them and is lying. So I don't know who to believe.
That's really weird. Like, it doesn't
You can't
really
figure.
matter, but, like,
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but it was weird that there isn't like a definitive,
yeah.
origin story.
Yeah, I mean, and it's weird a weird thing to lie about too, right? Like, "Oh, I was lying about this, and I also lied about working there." Like, that's weird, right?
Yes, it's completely weird. They're like, "He's a liar, we've never been associated with him at all." Like, they had
Oh,
a legitimate press release.
that's so weird. So okay.
Yep, that's the I know, I can't get a straight answer. I don't know. So I have
Okay.
no idea. Believe what you want.
Okay.
I like to believe that it started in 1916 with the 4 immigrants trying to see who's more American, so they do a hot dog eat off.
Okay, it should have been apple pie at
It
that
should have
point.
been apple pie, yeah, but I think it's
Oh,
funny that it was hot dogs.
it was
So I believe that one. Okay, and now we are going to talk about one of the greatest sports athletes of all time, who's up there with the names Like in golf, there's Tiger Woods. Basketball, there's Michael Jordan. Football, there's Tom Brady. Hockey has Wayne Gretzky. Tennis has Roger Federer and Serena Williams. But there is one man on this list that you have probably never heard of and might be better than every single person on this list. And his name is Joey Chestnut.
I think I have heard of him. I just didn't know
The
what he did.
So the reigning champ, Joey Chestnut, holds the world record for the most hot dogs eaten at 73 in 10 minutes.
No.
Yes.
Oh, your stomach. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
his
Okay.
stomach. So 73, that is equivalent to about 16 pounds or as much as 42 billiard balls.
How
We will get
I'm
into how. But yeah, no, this guy is like, he's on another level.
and he
So
doesn't look like that, like, out of shape either. Like, he looks
we will get into this.
okay.
This is a sport, Katrina. This is a sport. They have a
Okay.
league.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so not only has he done that, but Joey Chestnut has also held the title of reigning champ a total of 9 times, 8 consecutive years from 2007 to 2014, and again in 2016 to now. So that's like what?
Wow.
Yeah. He only lost it 1 year.
I was gonna say, did he take a break or did he just
No, he
lose?
did not.
Oh, that would be devastating.
But like he's that like dominant.
Dang. What was the second place?
Second place is I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get this far. I can't watch this. I get like
Okay.
I said, this interests me very much, but I cannot actually watch the competition.
Just listen to it.
I can't do that either. I can only read about it. Not a lot of, not a lot of like ESPN or like sports blogs are really covering this, so it's
Yeah,
hard to follow.
hard to watch. So,
Hard to watch
he
for me.
he won this year too?
Yep.
Oh,
So,
goodness.
like I said, this is how dominant he is. No other like athlete is as dominant as he is. He won the championship 8 consecutive years from 2007 to 2014, or is that 7 years? I don't know.
Wait.
It's 8. Anyway, we don't do math. Okay. And he lost 2015, and then from 2016 to 2022, minus like COVID years and all that stuff, like he has
Oh,
won.
okay. Sure. Okay.
So that's a lot of mustard belts.
That's all wait, do they keep the belt or do they get a new one?
I
Or
think they get a new one. I don't really know.
okay.
Cause I watched UFC, right?
Mhm.
And they have like they get like their own personalized belt, but then there's like a fake belt, like for the fights. Like you don't bring
Oh,
your
okay.
personalized belt with you.
Okay.
They give you like they give you like just like a prop one.
Okay.
And then you get so like if like because I was confused because all these like they'll do like documentaries about like the build up to the fight and these
Mhm.
fighters will have like all these different like UFC championship belts and I go what the heck shouldn't there only be one, but they do like repops and recreations of it, so I don't know how many belts
Oh,
he
okay.
has.
Huh.
I'd like to think that he has like
Just a wall.
just a wall filled with them.
Just a shrine of hot dogs and belts.
Right, yes, I hope his house is like hot dog themed.
Oh, yes. No, he needs a little Nathan stand in his living room.
Oh god, no. A life just imagine it, like I don't know the like what you get, like the winnings, like what you
Mhm.
get for doing this, but
Sure.
I'd like to imagine that you get like a lifetime supply of Nathan's hot dogs.
Oh, he has what? How many of them?
I don't know.
He has so
Like
many.
15 or something. I don't know how many he has now.
Oh, man. Okay, let me look
Okay.
it up what you would. Continue. I'll let you know what they would.
Okay. So Chestnut has consumed over 12,000 calories in less than 10 minutes when he set the record for in 2013. So that's when he ate 73. So that's as much as four Thanksgiving dinners.
Oh my gosh.
12,000 calories in 10
Okay.
minutes.
You'd be full for, like, a week.
I
Very
don't wanna
constipated.
know what would happen, what your body, like, goes through or what happens. I don't wanna know.
No.
You just throw it all up, I don't know.
You
Okay.
might, but then your throat would get burned with your, like,
Maybe that
acid.
help your esophagus help. I have no idea. I don't wanna know.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so Joey Chestnut has major league eating records in 54 different categories, including chicken wings. He ate 182 chicken wings in 30 minutes.
On the bone?
Huh?
On the
Yeah,
bone? Like,
yeah, on the
oh,
bone. Probably
dang.
just, like, I can't do this, but, like, some people can, like, take that chicken wing, stick it
Mhm.
in their mouth, like, wriggle it around like a freaking cherry stem, and then, like, take it out, and it's just, like, the bone.
I've seen that, yeah.
I bet he can do that.
He ate 6 in a minute at that rate. About 6
Jeez.
in a minute.
Okay, so another record he has, hard-boiled eggs, 141 in 8 minutes.
It's 17 and a half in a minute.
That probably looks
You
like
just
a
swallow it whole at that
like a
point.
Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Remember when they just started swallowing eggs?
Yes.
And they're like,
Just do that. Just get
probably like
launched in your
that.
throat.
Ugh. Grilled cheese sandwiches, 47 in 10 minutes.
So
Honestly, though,
4.7. That's
back in the
impressive.
day, I think I could
Could
I
hit
think I
that.
could I think I could do, like, in 10 minutes, I think I could do 5.
Okay, yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah.
Mhm, I could do 5.
Okay.
And then Twinkies, he ate 121 in 6 minutes.
That's 20 a minute.
I hate I
Just
hate I
guzzling it.
hate Twinkies. I don't know how anyone does that.
I don't either. I don't like them.
Ugh. So, yeah, so he is, like, the greatest yeah.
So
He is
his
more
diet,
dominant than any of those people that I listed.
yeah, like in their field, yeah.
Mhm. He's the greatest sports athlete of all time. And there was, like, a meme going around this year, like, they had rain, so they were, like, going to cancel it or something, and at
Oh.
last minute, they were like, "It's back on," and there's a photo, like, a meme of him going on, like, he's, like, really, like, mean mugging it, and he's, like, walking to the stage, like, he's ready. Then he won.
Well, of course he did.
Mhm.
Yeah, so apparently first place wins $10,000, and then, like, up to,
Okay.
like, 5th place gets, like, slightly less. So, like,
Okay.
2nd's 5,000, and then you keep having it all
That's
around.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a decent prize.
He's getting, like, a nice little chunk of change, and I've also seen that he has, like, his own, like condiment sauces.
Seriously? That's
Yeah,
cool.
like Joey Chestnut condiment sauces or something. There's, like, different flavors, so I'm
Okay.
sure I'm sure he's fine.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sure.
He's been on the Today Show and stuff. Yeah, he's good.
He's good.
Okay, so now we're moving on to the main question that everyone's like, "Well, what in the heck?" And Katrina's been asking. So,
Mhm.
how the heck do these people eat so much?
Yes.
So, there are a few methods pro eaters use to down the most hot dogs. The most popular is the dunking method, which I want to just throw up talking about this.
Is that what Joey Chestnut does?
Yes, this is what he does.
Oh, okay.
I've seen photos. I can't watch videos. It makes me just okay, so
Take
contestants
a deep
dip
breath.
the yeah, I know, take a deep breath. I gotta think of, like, sand in my mouth or something. Sand.
Oh, gross.
Dry things. So contestants dip the buns in water and then squeeze out the water. They squeeze it out before eating, and the idea is that it helps it slide down their throat. It's
Open
like
up
a
that gullet.
it's like baby food. Then it's like soft baby food and it's gross.
The bun part, yeah.
And so another method is the Solomon method, which was created by Takura Kobayashi. So that means you break the hot dogs in half, eat both halves at once, followed by the bun.
Okay.
Many competitive eaters, like those competing in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, practice stretching out their stomachs for the main event by drinking gallons of milk or water very quickly, or by downing lots of filling, fibrous foods like watermelon and oatmeal in a matter of minutes.
Watermelon's good. I'd eat watermelon.
Watermelon's good. Yeah, I would eat watermelon. Oatmeal, I feel, is just like super heavy.
Yeah, that would fill you up too quickly, I feel like.
Yeah, way too quickly. Watermelon, I could see. Just like
Mhm.
a full watermelon, like de-seeded. Here we
Mhm.
go. I could do
Oh, yeah.
that.
Mhm.
I could do the gallons of milk too.
I'm glad you
Not
guys
water.
did.
I could do the milk.
I could probably do water.
So like I thought it was kind of interesting that they just like practice like stretching out their stomachs by doing that to
Mhm.
open everything up. Okay, so despite consuming mass quantities of high-calorie foods during competition season, most professional competitive eaters are very fit. Many contestants weight train and exercise vigorously to build muscle and increase their metabolism. So most also eat healthy, low-calorie diets after competitions. Why? Well, because their stomachs are so stretched out and they can no longer tell when they're full.
That would be very dangerous.
I don't want to know what the doctor's thought on this or take on this is, but I
No.
do know that Michael Phelps, who I'm sure that everybody knows, right?
Mhm.
Biggest. I should have had him on the list. Anyway, big, best Olympian athlete of all time, most medals, swimmer, blah blah blah.
Swimmer, yeah.
But when he was training for the Olympics and stuff, he would eat 10,000 calories a day.
I believe it.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just kind of like that, I guess. But I don't know. Not really.
I'm just, like, trying to think of, like, what your stomach looks like, right? It's supposed to be, like, the size of, like, your fist? A couple of your fists?
I don't know. Is that a wives' tale or?
I don't know.
I
But
don't know
yeah,
either.
it's not that big. It's to stretch it out to fit how many pounds he ate, but
All those calories,
yeah, 16 pounds of food.
and it's like not chewed.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Like you're just probably like breaking some of it in half and just like sliding it down your throat.
Which I feel like wouldn't like I feel like
So
that'd
good.
fill you up more, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I've come across a lot of, like, competitive eating on TikTok recently, and
Mhm.
it's interesting, like, there's what was it? There's a girl, like, she was pretty small, but they eat, like, 20 pounds of food. And then, like, there's one that was, like, a gigantic what was it? I think it was a burger, fries, and then, like what's, like, the huge thing of beer? Is it a pint?
Das Boot.
Yeah, like,
Oh,
something
the
like that.
pint? Oh, it's a
Yeah,
pint of beer?
yeah, it was a whole pint of beer she had to drink with all that,
Ugh.
and she did it in, like, 20 minutes.
This is like the mukbang thing, like, on YouTube that was popular, but then, like, the eaters kind of got, like,
Yeah, it's not the
sick.
healthiest
Yeah,
thing
not the
to do,
healthiest at all.
so
But I mean, from what I can tell, that Joey Chestnut, like, he looks pretty physically, like, fit, like they've
mhm.
said,
Yeah, metabolism, yeah.
Mhm, like, this is their job, this is their, you know,
Mhm.
occupation, they're athletes, this is they take care of their body except for 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes out the year.
10 minutes out of the year they do yeah, they abuse it. Oh, yeah, another I did see this video of one of the eaters that doing the, hot dog eating contest, competitive eater, and he, dances or, moves his body, jerks it in, a way he thinks that it is, I don't know, burning calories and then also, helping, coax the hot dogs in his throat easier, I don't know. I don't know how to
Ew.
describe it, it was really weird.
Like, I feel like all you're doing is making your stomach upset. Just
I think
jostling all
so
those
I think
fluids.
so too. $10,000 for them, and then they get to be on,
Yeah. So do
uh,
you have to try out to be on this thing, or is it just
you need to I think there are prelims, tryout things,
okay.
and
Yeah.
again, you have to be under contract with the International Federation of Competitive Eating, and you have to be
Mhm.
older than 18.
Okay.
Yep, so that's how I know. If you wanna do it, Katrina, you're gonna have to do the research yourself
Oh, you have to stretch a lot.
and practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like food, but not that much.
Not that yeah, and I will have a hot dog, but, I like all the trimmings and toppings and stuff.
I like to enjoy my food, like, savor it. Like,
Yeah,
I'm a very
not
slow eater.
yeah,
I
not
don't really wanna scarf it down.
in 10 minutes.
No.
73.
16 pounds.
My dog. He ate my dog.
Oh.
And then
Oh
some.
my god.
And then 3 pounds. He ate Inca's 13 pounds.
Oh, no.
That's how much
What was, what was the hungriest man in the world's name again? I forget his name, but he would be a
this
beast at
he
this.
would oh,
He's like a French man,
but you have
and
to eat, proper. Remember, you can't be messy.
uh,
Was
that's
he
right.
messy?
I don't think there's good, like, writings about him. Um, I don't know. He
Hold
ate
on.
random stuff, so
He, ate, physical objects, like a table.
yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I feel like
what was his name? I don't
he did
remember
a
his name. It was,
podcast.
Tarare,
Ta
or it's French.
yeah, Terrar.
Tarare. Okay, yes.
I
So,
think it's
yeah, so
Terrar.
Tarare, and that if anyone wants to know that we did an episode about him, that's episode 73, The Hungriest Man in History. And I thought that was a pretty good episode. It was
That
pretty
was a
funny.
good episode. It was
It
it's
made me laugh.
disturbing, but
It was
funny.
disturbing. I didn't eat after that at all.
I hope we didn't record, like, right before supper. We probably did.
I think I did. I didn't eat that day. I was like, "Nope, nope, I'm done."
Oh, no. He
I'm
ate
not
your share
probably
for
gonna
you.
it's probably gonna take me a while to eat after this now, so
You're not gonna go dunk your buns in some water?
Ugh. I just don't like that at all. It's just like, that's when I'm like,
Yeah.
nope. Nope, 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 nope. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so you all can, all the listeners, if you really want to see videos of this, you can look it up yourself because we are not playing them on this program. We're not playing them. Anyways, some sources that I used, a sliceofbrooklyn.com, Nathan's Franks, the website, bbcnews.com, espn.com, and usatoday.com.
Nice.
So what'd you think?
I mean, it's fascinating yet kind of disturbing to watch.
See? Yeah. I can't watch it.
It might be a thing though I do next year is I'm gonna watch this contest on ESPN.
You can, yes, everyone should.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab my plate of hot dog.
You're gonna eat along with them?
Just one. Just have a one singular
Just the
hot
one.
dog.
See if you can eat it in 10 minutes. See if you can eat the one in 10 minutes while they eat like freaking up in the 40s or 30s or 50s, 60s.
No, thank you. I'll eat my potato salad and some watermelon.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so here we go. So the winners for 2023, so Joey Chestnut, won. He ate 62.
Okay.
Second place, ate 49.
So he was way above everybody else.
Leaps and bounds, this guy. This guy is like, I'm telling you, he's the best athlete
in the world. Have a
world.
special stomach because in order to eat that much, he must have a special like lining or something in his stomach.
I don't know. Or he has no lining.
He has no lining. Took up too much space.
I think that people should look up like the before and after photos of him like before the competition and then after because it is shocking.
Probably looks like he has a 8-month baby.
Yes, it does.
Can you imagine what it does to like your abs too?
Or your skin. I'm worried about your skin. Yeah. So that's before, right?
Okay.
Okay, now this is after.
No.
How would you describe it? You describe it like that, right? Like he just is like swollen, swelled up.
You look like you went from 0 to 9 months pregnant.
In 10 minutes?
In 10 minutes. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Should we talk about a super smeller instead?
Super smeller?
That's what I'm going to call her until I tell you what she could smell.
Okay.
So to round out this podcast, we're going to be talking about this very special sniffer, Joy Milne. I believe she's Scottish. I believe she and her husband are Scottish.
Okay.
So like she and her husband, they met when they were like 18, 19. They got married pretty young, and they for the first like 10 years they had a really, really like loving marriage, and they're like, I don't know, they rarely ever fought or anything, and they had 3 boys. They were both, I think the husband, so Les became a doctor and Joy became a nurse. So like they worked together, like had this loving relationship, right? And then one day when Les comes home from work, Joy says that he smells, he smells like yeasty kind of.
Yeasty?
She says like he has like a weird, like stale, musky, yeasty smell.
What the
It's
hell?
weird. And so she's like, you need to go take a shower. Because she thought, like something from the hospital, like just something weird, go take a shower. He's like, okay, fine. Comes back, still smells it. And this goes on, I think, for about 10 years, like where she like could smell this and like no one else around her could smell what she was smelling, right? And then she like it actually drove them kind of to fight a lot because he thought she was just picking on him. And she noticed like over 10 years or after the few years that his personality began to change. Like he got more just like irritable. He just didn't act the same. Like before he was like super nice, kind, gentle. And then he just got like really kind of sharp. Just didn't act like he used to.
Okay.
And then there's one night, the last night that she like really was like, you need to go see a doctor. She woke up to him attacking her in his sleep. Basically was just like shaking her, and like he had a nightmare, but he was like shaking her and be like freaking out on her in his sleep. And so she was like, you need to go to the doctor. And he was like in his early 40s. So this is they're a very young couple yet when this is happening. So when they went to the doctor, and Les is 45 years old at this point, and he's diagnosed with Parkinson's. So something with Parkinson's is like it causes like you shake a lot. That's the main symptom of Parkinson's, right? Is you shake and you have tremors.
You lose control of like your muscles or something
yeah. Yep. And then another side effect is you get more irritable, which is what he was experiencing for the last several years. And then eventually, sadly, it leads to dementia, which is really, really sad.
Is that what happened to him?
I don't know if that he got that part, but yeah, so yeah, but he at least, like, started to, like I think his attitude started to change for sure, and I think he started getting some shaking. So over, like, the next 20 years, she said that her husband tried to make the best of things, but, like, he started to lose his, like, ability of movement, and he couldn't work anymore, and basically they're just kinda, like, were more isolating to themselves because, like, they couldn't do a lot of stuff anymore, which really
Mhm.
sucked. And then so about, like, 7 I think 7 years ago, 7 to 12 years ago, depending on when this article is written, they decided to go to a support group for Parkinson's, which is just filled with different people, different ages that all have Parkinson's. Well, when she walked in there, she realized that everyone had that same awful smell that she smelled in
She
him.
could smell Parkinson's.
Yep. Yep. So
And
then,
they smell like yeast?
it's like a greasy, musty, yeasty smell is what she says.
Aw.
It's really sad, but it's just to her, like, no one else can smell this smell, it's just her.
No, but that's what they smell like now.
Something interesting too I saw in another interview with her, apparently so she was a nurse, so apparently there'd be, like, other things that she could smell in different patients, just, like, would smell different, like, her nose would be more attuned to, like, different, like, something smells off with this person. It's interesting. Let's see, so yeah, so she didn't say anything till they got home, and then since her husband was a doctor, he believed her like, basically right away, like, "Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, that makes sense, everyone smells, like, the same because we have Parkinson's." Um, we all have the same, like,
They all
disorder,
smell
right?
like yeast. Okay.
So, like, oh. So then they started to go to different doctors to be like, "Hey, we need to look into this," right? "You need to see if this is a thing that can help lead to diagnosing it earlier, maybe?" So they went to a doctor in Edinburgh named Tilo Kuneth, and originally he didn't believe him. He was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." But then eventually he, like, heard about, like, dogs smelling cancer. He was like, "Okay, maybe."
Yes.
Yes, like, it's the thing, like, certain hormones can be off or different things can be affecting your body, so, like, yeah, he was like, "Okay, yeah, we should look into this." And so a couple months later, they started to do some tests. So what Dr. Kuneth decided to do was he was gonna have 2 separate groups of people, right? There's a control group of just people that didn't have Parkinson's and one that did have Parkinson's. And they were told to bring home, like, this white t-shirt and wear it for a while. And then they brought him back to the hospital or to the clinic or whatever, and they put him in boxes, like, randomly numbered, and then they had Joy smell them, and basically she could tell who had Parkinson's and who didn't, with the exception of one t-shirt. So one t-shirt that was from the control group, but she got, like, all the people that had Parkinson's, she got all those. And then a few months later, the person that she got wrong was diagnosed with
Parkinson's.
Parkinson's. So she
Oh
was
my
100%
goodness.
correct. So, yeah. And this has been published in many, like, medical journals, so this is a real thing. This is something that they're actually looking into now of, like, trying to see they've found a couple different compounds that, like, are connected with Parkinson's, and they're trying to
Mhm.
like, figure out how to, like, diagnose it early with, like, higher levels of these, compounds or whatever. So, yeah.
So did they ever figure out, like, why she can do this?
I don't think they figured out why she could smell it. I think it was just, like, she's always kinda had that 'cause she was a nurse and she could smell, like, the different, things in different patients. I have to rewatch that interview. Yeah, I have to look up and see what else she could smell. But, yeah, so there's apparently 10 different compounds that they found, like, related to Parkinson's,
Mhm.
and those are the ones that they're really focusing on to try to get earlier diagnoses.
It's crazy. She's like an X-Men
Yeah,
with,
it
like
is.
yeah, she's like a real life X-Men, but, like, with
Mhm.
real life powers instead of,
Mhm. It's just interesting that, like, they didn't realize it for so long, but it's 'cause they didn't go,
Yeah.
like,
Well, he
to
wasn't
any
diagnosed
support
with it
groups.
yet, right?
Well, he
Yeah.
was, and then, like, they lived with it for a while, and, like, we're trying to, like, work through it, and,
Mhm.
like, they eventually went to that support group, and that's what really she was like, "This
She's
whole
like
room smells like it."
yep.
And she was like, "Some people smelled worse, some people smelled, like, lighter smells, so it must have been, like, different stages, I think, too." And I think one things that I saw in a different, like, article was, that she could kinda tell how late in the stage it was depending on, like, the intensity of the smell. I think
Wow.
I think that's what it said, so yeah.
That's actually really interesting and
Yeah, it's
freaky,
cool.
but I hope they figure it out and they can help with some, like, I don't know,
Some sort of medication or something to help
diagnosing
slow it.
it early, like, right away. 'Cause she
Mhm.
like, what'd you say when he was 30? She
Yeah,
smelled
he was,
that?
like, in his 30s when it started, and then, in his 40s is when they went to that support group, so, yeah,
Mhm.
it's been, like, 10 years that she was, like I think it was for, like, a year and a half, she said, like, she would constantly be like, "Go take a shower." Like, "I don't smell, stop it." And they get into fights 'cause,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Well,
but
that's weird.
yeah. It's like an awesome, weird superpower.
Mhm. She can help a lot of people, I think.
Yeah, I
Hopefully.
think
Yeah.
yeah. It's kinda interesting too to think, like, if there's somebody else out there that, like, can have this smell too, or, like, this talent, or, like, this power, and, like, we just
Speak
don't
up.
know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yep. Speak up now.
Alright, Wanderers, thank you so much for listening to another Foolish Wonders podcast. We hope you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions for any future episodes, please feel free to email us at fwplisteners@gmail.com.
And as always, new episodes of the FWP are released to wherever you get your podcast from, including this place that you're listening to right now. And if you'd like to help us out, the best way, obviously, is by listening. So thank you. But if you'd like to help us out a little bit more, we'd really appreciate it if you would consider leaving us a 5-star review. It helps our show grow, and yeah, more people can join.
Yeah. Alright, Wanderers, thank you so much for listening. See you guys next time.